Hello everybody, and today I'm going to talk about wrist pain. Now we find wrist pain in many of our classes, especially in downward dog and in our planks and things. But there's a saying, you should not be treating the injury, you should be treating the cause. So I always look above the actual pain area and see what's happening either above or below. So we're just going to have a short demonstration. We've got 3 different people here. They all do yoga, they all do Pilates, but we're going to see what's happening in their bodies, because as you know, everybody's different. So bring yourself into tabletop position, all of you, and I want you to bring your hands slightly forwards of your shoulders so you've got space. Now make sure your feet are on the mat, everybody, so slide yourself forwards, good. Okay, now curl your toes under and push yourself up and back into your downward dog and keep your feet hip distance apart. Now when you have restriction in your shoulder girdle and your shoulder flexors and your thoracic, the load tends to go down through the wrist, causing wrist pain. You can also see restriction in the hip flexors, possibly the hamstrings as well, because my argument is the hamstrings are long and taut, not short and tight. Good, all of you. Now drop your knees down to the floor and just stretch back into that shell stretch down one at a time. So I'm going to demonstrate what I mean on each of the 3 people so you can see and you can really start to assess rather than guess. So bring yourself up, Mark, first of all. I'm going to have Mark stand against the wall. Mark's a cyclist, so he's used to being in flexion and he's also got a slight shoulder injury. So he's going to stand against the door and his feet are roughly 1 foot away for him. He's pressing his head and his buttocks back and he will have a natural curve, roughly one of his hands behind his lower back. Relax that head a little bit more, and his head is a little bit rounded here so you can see that. So I just want you to raise the arms up, Mark, that's it, and stop there. Now as soon as he's gone to there, his T-spine or T12 has actually come away and compensated. So it means the range is not there in his downward dog, and we can see that, so we can see where that wrist pain is. And thank you, Mark, and bring your arms down. Good, take yourself back to the mat. Let's try the next 2 bodies. So the next body is Gillian. Again, everybody's body's different, so feet apart. So bottom goes against the wall, shoulders against the wall, head against the wall. I'm going to slightly cue her to tuck her chin in. Good, she's going to raise her arms up. That's it, and I'm looking for that T-spine or that T12, that's it, good. Again, she's slightly compensating, but that is quite good. That is quite a good range of movement there. She can still work more by getting more mobility and getting that T12 to press down and lower to go back down. Good, and the last person, so we're showing 3 different types, 3 biomechanics, 3 movement types, and we've got Amy now. So feet hip distance apart, standing away, that's it, bottom against the wall, shoulders back, that's it, good. Stretch your fingers and now lift to go up and keep that T12, good, yes. And Amy's probably the closest out of the 3 of them for the range of movement. And slowly bring your arms back down. Thank you, Amy. So it's really important if you're working with Joe Bloggs, your office workers, or particularly your sports people, because if you're pushing them all the time in their downward dogs and their planks and they're experiencing wrist pain, you are not treating the cause, you could be treating the symptoms. So I want you to try and think now about doing mobilization exercises, and if you come along to one of our courses and classes, you'll see a range of repertoire where we can build space in the thoracic, space in the shoulders, so their wrists can be pain-free.